and how RTA is helping companies or fund institutions to maintaining, the shareholders information or unit holders information. So let's discuss about it. All right. So RTA stands for R means registrar. R means registrar. T means transfer agent. All right. T or A you can say. All right. So registrar and transfer agents. So now if we talk about registrar, see registrar offer record keeping services, record keeping services to the companies and funds to maintain, or I would say to track records of investor. All right. And when we talk about transfer agents, so basically transfer agents will help you to transfer the securities between buyer and seller. All right. And if someone buy the securities or someone sell the securities, so that security holders or buyer holders, that information or name, so registrar will update in the books of company or books of fund. So that's how registrar and transfer agents, it can be one entity or it can be different entities. So if it is a one entity, so that entity will work as a share registrar as well as that entity will work as a transfer agent also, and they'll ensure the transfer of securities from companies accounts to other investors accounts, or maybe from investors accounts to other investors account. So now we'll try to understand the background of RTA, like why and how RTA is helping companies or funds. If I talk about, let's say, if I talk about Wipro company, let's take the example of Wipro. What is the main business line of Wipro company? See, Wipro is an IT company. All right. They have listed their shares on NSE, BSE, and they have also ADR as well. I'll discuss about ADR also in one of my session. So I'll explain it in details. What is ADR, ZDR, how it works. All right, I'll explain that. So let's say Wipro company has around, just number we'll talk about. They have listed, means Wipro company listed 10,000 shares on NSE, 5,000 shares on BSE, and 5,000, let's say, or ADR on American market, NYSE. In American market also they have listed it. Now, if I talk about Wipro company's main job is to focus on IT, all right, not to focus on listing of shares and how the who is buying, who is selling the securities. Is it their main job? No, right? Because thousands of shareholders or investors, they participate in buying and selling of securities on different stock exchanges. All right, the participants, and they buy and sell the securities, right, on stock exchange. So who will track the record, who is buying or who is selling? Thousands of people, they participate, as I said. Then who will maintain that records, right? Because stock exchange is a marketplace. Let's say who is buying Wipro securities, how Wipro management will get to know that? Because if they don't know who have purchased their securities and all from the open market, then how they'll process the distribution of dividends or corporate actions, any other benefit, or how they'll communicate with even shareholders for voting purpose, right? Maybe how, let's say, that company management will pass any resolution if they want to pass, because without voting procedure, because without majority of the votes uh, with the favor of whatever decision that management want to take, then how they'll manage it? Just imagine the process. All right, buyer and seller, they can exchange the securities at any point in time through their secondary market, because secondary market, it's open platform. If the securities are available for buy and sell, and if let's say both are willing to buy and sell or exchange, they'll exchange through stock exchange. But my point is how Wipro will track all of this, how Wipro management will track the shares who have purchased and who have sold it out, how they'll track it. Just imagine, just put a logic, and that's what your transfer agent, role come into picture. Your RTA, registrar and transfer agent role come into picture. So basically, Wipro will appoint RTA. Let's say RTA is KFIN. KFIN, it means it's a company who work as a transfer agent. Apart from KFIN, you might see link in time as well. Lincoln Time or DTCC. There are many more other as well, like Wells Fargo. They work as a Wells Fargo something. They work as a transfer agent or registrar. All right. So company like Wipro, they can appoint KFIN or Lincoln Time or DTC or Wells Fargo or any other institution. If they're offering RTA service, they'll appoint it. And basically your RTA will help, means RTA will help company to track shareholders information, outstanding shares information. Even they'll help to get the issuance of share certificate, share transfer, disposal of securities, etc. All right. So it means if company appoint, let's say, if you see the flow, Wipro appoint RTA, then RTA maintain the records for shareholders, shares, and also helps to transfer of shares. And if any, let's say, counterpart wants physical or transfer of shares, basically your RTA will help it out. And that's what, even in corporate action, life cycle, if you see, in a corporate action life cycle also, RTA helps to process corporate actions as well. Why? Because they maintain the books of company. They actually maintain the books and close the books of company. It's every day or depends on the cycle, basically. So RTA reconcile the books of company and update the shareholders information as per the latest buying and sell information, and they maintain the records and provide the records to the company. So on the basis of records only, company will announce corporate actions, or they'll take the decisions, or company secretary, I would say. So company secretary will closely work with RTA, and they'll issue that notice, or maybe email communication or whatever that you would say. They'll communicate with their counterparts or shareholders as such. So this is how your RTA role will come into picture. Share registrar or transfer agents role will come into picture. You would see transfer agent's role in your normal trade settlement cycle or corporate actions, or I would say if any company or any fund want to issue any units as such, so RTA will help basically to maintain the records of shares as well as unit holders. Now if I talk about quickly, let's say fund, if any mutual fund want to list their units, right? Let's say 1,000 units. If one creates 1 or 10,000 units, so that 10,000 units data basically, RTA will maintain it or provide system so that mutual fund can easily track, the buyer and seller information of unit holders. So that's how your RTA, is helping companies to maintaining the records of shareholders and unit holders in their business. And if you're a part of RTA and if you're looking for in detail session on share registrar or transfer agents, I would say like roles and responsibilities or how we're gonna manage it, how they maintain the books, what are the challenges, anything as such in details if you're looking for, then I would say post in comment section that you are looking for in detail session. Definitely I'll try my level best to get in detail insights on RTA. And if you like this session, don't forget to click on like button, and also I would request you please share this content with others as well. All right, so yeah, we'll see you in next session on different topics. If you're looking for same insight, then please do comment. I'll try to